Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Rico64 back again with another video. I don't know why I'm in Minnie's Melody Land. I want to assume it's because I tried to do, this has got to be so long ago, like maybe like 5 months ago, that I was doing a live stream because I didn't have access to my old account that I used on the old Let's Play, if that makes any sense. And so because of that, I think I died multiple times and I got sent to Daisy Gardens. Not Daisy Gardens, what the hell, this is Minnie's Melody Land, dude, what kind of crack am I on? Yo guys, what is up? It is your boy Rico, and it's been hella long, dude. Hella long since I've played this game. Like, so ridiculously long. I've been a man without a home, quite literally, because I haven't had a game that's actually made me want to game. It sounds so weird, and to people who are like crack addicted to games, maybe you don't understand. But to the point that I'm bringing right now is, like, there's nothing for me that, like, so I come home from a hard day of work, and there's no game that I'm like, yo, dude, I can't fucking wait to play this game when I get home. It just doesn't exist right now. So the only games that can even come close, right, are Escape from Tarkov, which is a game where I feel like if I play it as much as I play other games, I will have health problems because of how intense it is. And then the only other game, in my opinion right now, is Apex Legends, and that game is, like, BRs are just so stale, like Battle Royales, that I don't think I can play it for longer than, like, a couple of games. And maybe that's my problem. Maybe I'm so crack addicted to games by default that I'm burned out of everything. But I still feel like that there's this genre, this missing genre, that somehow when it gets released, or if there's going to be a game similar to like Black Squad or Combat Arms, but it isn't a piece of shit game, then I'll probably hop onto that too for a little while. So, point of this is really, I wanted to see how you guys are doing. It's been a really long time since I posted a video. I'm not dead, I promise, at least yet. If I die, investigate it. I didn't commit seppuku, and I definitely didn't suicide myself, that's for sure. So, wow, that just got super dark, dude. But seriously, I hope everyone's doing well. It's been forever since I've uploaded anything, since I've really streamed too. It's been very inconsistent and sad, and I think part of it is I'm just at a different, I don't even want to say a different chapter of my life, but for lack of a better term, that's what it fucking seems like right now. And also, as an FYI too, I got food being made by my lovely girlfriend, and so when that's made, I'm probably just gonna cap the video at that point, dude. Like, don't want to get the girlfriend mad, that's for sure, and I appreciate it. So could be a 20-minute episode, could be a 30-minute episode, could be 15 minutes from now and done episode. And I did have a topic for this video too, and I feel like I've already butchered it, dude. It's been so long that since I've recorded that I actually forgot how to make a video. Not completely, but it doesn't feel as natural and smooth flowing as it normally does. And, you know, like everything, you just need to keep practicing it and you will become better at it. One thing that has really helped me, right, throughout work and working is that understanding a lot of what is valued within work, at least especially prevalent with what I do, is the ability to be able to handle an intense and just a very large amount of pressure. So your ability to mentally be able to cope with something that seems physically impossible for a human to do. That is something that it's hard to train, because it's almost like you hit thresholds of stress. You hit a threshold that you didn't think was possible. And so you're at this point, right, like you're internally panicking a little bit, and you're wondering, how the hell is this going to get done? And so to anybody who has ever experienced something like that, I mean, I think that it's pretty relatable that somebody like, or you, obviously the person watching, has experienced some insane level of stress where you're like, how am I going to cope with this? How am I going to deal with this? And so something that's helped me a lot, and I think that could help others as well, is kind of breaking down steps into the smallest possible steps that you can even come up with. So depending on how bad the stress is or how bad the pressure is, you could literally just make it, one step is literally take a breath in and breathe, like, deep, so you get enough oxygen to where you're not panicking as much. So that could be one of your steps if it's bad enough, you know? Or let's say you have 1,000 things to do. Well, let's focus on that one thing, and then when you get that number one thing done, you work on number two. And when you get that number two thing done, you work on the number three. And before you know it, you'll actually be a lot damn closer to 1,000 than you would be if you started just thinking about the 1,000 things you needed to do. And so that has helped me a ton, and it almost seems like obvious, right? In a sense, like, well, duh, like, of course you do that, but to some it may be overlooked, especially when you're in that panic scenario. So I think it could help somebody, and if it does, let me know. And I'm curious if it works in action for anybody else but me, because it definitely has helped me, where it's hard to not visualize all the things at once, but you almost have to imagine it like a Ferris wheel, where you have all these thoughts in your head, and every time the carriage hits the ground, you're thinking of that thing. But it's okay to let the other things go. Just in the case of stuff you absolutely have to do, get the one thing done, and then move the Ferris wheel onto the next thing. So it's easy to think about, but harder to do in practice, I feel. Okay, so I don't even know if I'm gonna get a single task on here. 3 cash bots and Donald's dick. I don't know if it's on Seaweed Street. Cash? 90%, baby, let's go. All right, Loan Shark, that's... God, you gotta be kidding me, dude. It has to be an invasion. There's no way that Loan Sharks spawn here, right? I've been wasting my time. No, there's no... Is it a mega invasion, dude? There's no way that this is real. I don't think I can beat these guys by myself, dude. That's bad. That's really bad. Yeah, it's looking like I'm completely fucked here. So I guess I'm just gonna... He doesn't even want to talk to me, dude. I'm literally so bad that he won't even talk to me. You've been on borrowed time. You know, that actually brings me to a good point. Thank you, Loan Shark. I greatly appreciate that. You know, things that have happened in my life have really led me to believe that everybody is on borrowed time. Nobody knows how quickly their time is going to run out. And while you can look at that in a negative lens, you know, I think that you should look at it in the most positive lens that you can. Meaning that knowing that you only have one day left in your life, potentially, or knowing that every day could be your last day, makes it so that you live each day in the fullest that you possibly can live it. So instead of really being super anxious all the time, or saying, well, what if this happens, what if that happens? Well, think about if you only had one day left to put all the passion that you have or in the world, or to try and make the most positive change that you could make in the entire world, what would you do in that day? And how would you approach each new day, like, instead of just, like, going to work? Okay, please fucking dodge this, dude. Oh, no, dude, please. Okay, I lose. So, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this, dude. This sucks. I'm gonna need somebody to help me out. Greened on the first freaking guy, dude. I mean, at least he gave me that good start, because that's something I did want to talk about. So to get back into what I was talking about previously, if I have enough beans to 20, you gotta be shitting me, man. At least I can dead man swim. If you truly believe, right, and if you kind of live with this practice in your life, right, that life is extremely short and there could be a million things that could just off you in a day. So many things, and not to look at it in a negative context, to be hyper analyzing every instance that you do. I mean, use risk versus reward, damn it, but you don't have to freak out about it. I mean, really having peace with the fact that you don't know how much longer you're going to live for, and so to take each moment and really appreciate now. I think so many people, and this isn't to try to overgeneralize or anything, this is just to say that, especially with how things are with technology and everything, everybody wants everything yesterday. Everybody wants everything now or yesterday. So what we grow further and further away from is being able to appreciate the present, being able to appreciate what we have right now, to be able to appreciate the people that we have in our lives. And that's something that can be taken for granted so easily if you don't check up on yourself and make sure you stay appreciative. Do you appreciate, like, your parents, for instance? Do you appreciate your siblings, for instance? Do you appreciate your close friends? How often do you tell them that you appreciate them? I know that that's something that I need to work on like crazy, because I'm just not good at going there with, especially just like friends. It's really tough for me. It's something that I don't know if it's just, it can't just be a guy thing, you know what I mean? But there's almost like this mental wall of being able to display that to friends. And with family or whatever, it can just depend on the person, but it's something where you need to, even if you don't tell them directly, you show them that you care for them or that you mean a lot to them. And there are many ways you can do that. But I just think it's, as things just get more and more focused on less time, do it quicker, do more, you know, more. It's time to like reflect and think about what is actually important. Is the PS5 or the PS6 or the PS7 the most important thing to get the next thing and have the most recent phone? Or is it the experiences that you won't be able to buy? Are those the things that will actually have meaning towards the end of your life, or to your legacy, or to what you do when you're what you do to the world when you die? You know, what would happen to the world, I guess, if you cease to exist right now? Would you be happy with the amount of impact that you've provided the world? You know, it's like super interesting questions, but it just, to me, it motivates me, you know? To me, it's like, no, that's not, and to say enough or whatever is almost hypocritical, right? But I don't think that I've provided enough to create a legacy, to create something that goes beyond me, you know? And I need to help people. So and part of it is assessing it to myself, because maybe I'm not assessing it in a good enough way myself and patting myself on the back enough, but still, you just gotta keep pushing. You gotta keep working hard. You gotta keep being nice to people if you can. Don't obviously get ran over, but it's like the little things in life, man. It really is. I feel like this video has had no major subject and has been a major, like, word soup, you know? But I just feel like somebody out there needs to hear this. Alright, I switched districts because it's a cashpot invasion, but it's not quite as crazy of a cashpot invasion, you get me? And so even if I upload this and I'm the only person that I've inspired, it's still in a sense would be worth it. Making videos to me is almost therapeutic, and it's been sad that I've had such an absence for it. Like, I feel like it is like a balance. It's a part of my life in a sense, and a balance to be able to try and help people. And that disconnect, right? I've got that connect through work, and I've got that connect through friends, but I'm completely lacking in that connect that I would normally be so constant with, you know? I was literally manic about uploading. I would upload, in some cases, 2 times a fucking day. Like, I don't think you guys understand about how much time that is to be able to upload, not even just the sake of pressing the record button, stopping the record button, editing, and then uploading, but literally the SEO, the tagging, everything. That was a huge chunk of my life, you know? And I think part of it, of why I stopped for so long, is you get a sense of burnout, especially when all of those videos got removed. Your archive, your legacy has been completely eliminated by the people who you would consider your business partners are completely missing in action when you request for the simplest form of aid. Just please renew my videos, bring the videos back, I say. And they return it with re-uploading the WWE videos and giving me 2 out of 3 of my copyright strikes. I try to upload Combat Arms redacted videos, and what happens? Velof takes down my videos, gives me 2 out of 3 copyright strikes. They're literally trying to stop me from batting, you know? And it's not to say that this is a victim, ooh, boo-hoo me or whatever. I mean, I made a stupid move by uploading those Combat Arms videos, and I was stupid by not doing my due diligence with the essentially the fraud that happened with my channel getting swiped, you know, completely taken from me. So I think that this is essentially, it could be a great new beginning. I could see myself uploading really like once a week. Realistically, I don't think I could do anything more than that right now unless I record in bulk. And part of it too, right, is understanding that Like, I'm sure at this point that I've burned out friends because I recorded with them too much, or I asked them to record too much. And so this is actually something else that I want to bring up too, and I hope that I have enough time to talk about it, is what should you monetize? What should you post, you know? At some point, the rate that, and this is all about everything being a balance in life, at some point, I burned my friends out so much that they didn't want to be my friends. I recorded videos so much that anytime I would ask a friend if they want to play games or hang out or something like that, I would be pressing the record button, so they had to put on a metaphorical front, in a sense. I mean, in some cases, right, you act exactly as you do, but the point is with the video, it's always different, dude. I mean, look at the fake poggers that people are giving 24/7 in these videos. You cannot tell me that all of those are authentic, especially if they're doing it for a living, you know? You lose yourself a little bit when you start producing content for a living. It's hard to understand and it's hard to explain, and it's easy to say that, oh my god, Ben, doing this shit is so easy, why wouldn't everybody do it? Yada yada yada. And the point is really when it comes down to it, it's not easy. It's made to look easy intentionally. And like, this is going completely on a tangent, but it's tough to understand if you've never tried to do it for a living, in a sense, or put in enough to where you are doing like more than 40 hours a week in the case of my psychotic ass at one point in my life. I'm gonna have to leave. I'm gonna die of this. So the point of it being, though, everything needs to be in a balance. Otherwise, you will start to see things fail. Like, in my instance, friendships. And I was always wondering in my own head, you know, before I really, like, sat down and thought about it, why do friends keep just completely going, like, MIA? And part of it, I mean, could just be life. It's just natural sometimes for that stuff to happen. But, I mean, the reality of it is, right, I truly think that I recorded videos and did stuff like that way too much, to where, what does work become when fun is work? And that was the toughest thing for me to understand when I was getting to a point where even close to where I could start maybe making enough to survive off of. Not even thrive or live, but like barely scrape by. And at that point of recording stuff so frequently and streaming stuff so frequently, I didn't have fun doing it at all. I was doing it almost purely as a, like, people were asking me to do it, or like they would just say, Ben, you should record another Toontown video, or Ben, you should, when's the next time you're going to stream Toontown and stuff. And it became almost an obligation more so than something that I wanted to do. When I started playing Toontown Rewritten, especially when it was in like that, you know, late alpha playline state, it was all passion, dude. I could have literally gotten 100 dislikes and one comment saying go kill yourself, and I still would have made 100 episodes easy off of that. But then it got to a point where after that, I was recording because other people just wanted me to record. The passion was drying out, and that's where it is. It is truly all a balance. And I hit this imbalance so poorly that I stopped uploading for 6 months or something like that, or I completely burned out and stopped uploading for a while. And now here I am, right? I think I'm at the point now where I'm at an imbalance from work in general. And so I put all of this effort, all of this passion into what I want to do, which is have the world, in a sense, right? It's stages of goals, but the point of it is to have the highest impact, to have clean water, easy, accessible, clean water. And I'm in a situation now where I'm starting to leverage myself better because of better understanding of me as a whole through leadership and through everything, where I really feel like I can start to make a massive change. Like a massive change. I don't know why I went back to here. I need to go to the Toon HQ. And so with that, though, I've got this giant sense of burnout going on right now that I'm trying to cope with. And so what I've even noticed about myself is I get so attached to things, so tunnel vision onto things, that it is completely and utterly unhealthy. Unbelievably so. it's insane, you know, how unhealthy it is for me sometimes because of how my brain is wired. My brain is wired to completely solve things, and it doesn't matter how painful it is for me, you know, I'll do it because that's what I'm supposed to do. That's like, it's like what I'm wired to do. 6 cogs anywhere, that's easy. I'll do that. I wonder if there's an invasion for the other cogs. I need spin doctor. That's gonna be high level too. No spin doctors. I'm gonna stay here. Let's beat up these guys. And so kind of what I'm understanding with myself, right, which is what people should do, really analyze yourself, how you operate, what you can do to make your life better, you know? And I'm not just saying better in a sense of like that just benefits you more, but in a sense of what's going to make you live the most happy and fulfilling life. Try to think about that, knowing that you may not have the right answer right now. You may need to understand yourself better to have the right answer later. It's like part of it for me is I almost need augmenting or changing of my balance. What is my balance, and what things can I constantly look at and change to be able to make it so that I'm happy? Because that's something that I've always struggled with, is my own happiness. And a lot of times I latch on to things like passion and other things to be able to make it feel like I'm happy because of all this success or because of all of this growth. I mean, growth is a huge thing that I would always hyper focus on within YouTube or within work. If I'm not growing, then I'm wasting this borrowed time that the loan shark was talking about earlier. But really just taking a step back and trying to enjoy life is something that really cannot be overlooked. It's like you have to be able to pause, be in the now, you know, the exact second that you're watching this video. Do you feel alive, you know? Do you feel like you're just here, or do you feel like you're just a zombie that's just sitting there? It's like a lot of things that have helped me is meditation with that, really just kind of like hearing around you, feeling things around you, and just being okay with what's going on right now. You don't always have to look into the future. You don't always have to look into the past. I've been decent about not overthinking about past mistakes or things you could do in the past, because that's really detrimental to everything, like to your own health. And that's something that I've heard other people really struggle with, is thinking about the what ifs, what if they did this instead of doing this. And I think that I'm almost the reverse. I think so far into the future that I'm like, if I don't do this by this date or whatever, then I'm fucked. So either way though, it's important to you don't have to completely eliminate it, right? But to have a proper balance between present, appreciating right this second, right now, and also looking positively towards the future and looking positively towards the past, in an equal to, or at least more positive than negative, which is also tough for people. Guess this guy's joining in. So it looks like my dinner's ready. I know this has been kind of a jumbled mess of a video. If you guys would like to see more of my ramblings, please let me know. I mean, hopefully in time I'll get more cognizant with, or more eloquent or more coherent with my phrases and words, you know? So that way the communication comes off a little bit better, because I'm sure right now it's just kind of a jumbled mess. That's what I kind of imagine it as. Damn, dude, these guys are really trying to end me on a green right now. That's tragic. I'm not going to have the gags to kill this level 6. So I'm thinking I'm going to do that on the 6. If it doesn't kill it, I'm probably done here. That is tragic, dude. I can't believe I just did that to myself. Yeah, I'm for sure fucking dead. They're really going to end me on the green, aren't they, dude? Really just keep me humble. Big old bite of humble pie. Alright, well, we really haven't done that much this episode, boys, but I hope that you guys are doing fantastic. I hope that you're continuing to do something every day that makes the next day better. Don't just survive for the day. Do something to make your life, to make somebody else's life better. We only have one life. Seriously, we only have one life, and all we can do is try to be nice to each other and try to try to do good, you know, overall good to the world. And I hope you guys do that, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day or weekend, whatever the fuck day it is. I'm recording this, jeez, I should check. I'm recording this May 17th, 2022, in case this takes like 2 years for me to upload. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace the fuck out. This has been part 11, boys. Bye.